Delivering amazing customer experiences begins with business insights. To help you make the right decisions and anticipate what your customers want. Businesses that use Microsoft Dynamics AX are driving innovation and decreasing time to market. The future isn't waiting. Collaborate and share to accelerate business decisions. Move from prototype to product faster. Offer your customers choices and deliver new products that customers want. Keep your competitive edge and expand your global reach. With Microsoft Dynamics AX, you can transform business processes across your organization. Seamlessly manage approvals. Increase productivity and streamline operations, while consistently delivering the right product to the right place at the right time. Customers will always be looking for new solutions to old problems. Stay ahead of changing lifestyles. Turn shoppers into buyers through great experiences. With product recommendations, wish lists, social media campaigns, and real-time visibility into product availability. Whether at home, in the store, or on the go, know your customers well. Remember their preferences, answer their questions, and help them make the right decisions by recommending products that meet their unique needs. Increase customer loyalty and your bottom line while continuing to deliver amazing customer experiences. Powered by Microsoft Dynamics AX.
The interface here is wonderful. It's very interactive.
It's very intuitive, easy to understand.
It has a lot of functionalities in sharing data.
There are some new features and functionalities that are way better than before. It's awesome. It's exactly what is needed.
Allow me to officially welcome you, joining us from across the globe. This is the Microsoft Dynamics AX 2012 R3 Global Launch. We are coming to you from the Microsoft Atlanta campus in Bellevue, Washington. A significant part of the new Dynamics AX product was envisioned and created in these hallways, on these whiteboards, and in these offices, along with the work that has been going on with our teams in Copenhagen, Denmark, and Fargo, North Dakota. Some of the members of that Dynamics teams are here with me now. Thank you all very much for the work you do. Let me share a little story with you. A couple of months ago, I had the opportunity to sit down with Richard Anderson, CEO of Delta Airlines. Richard shared with me the fantastic transformation that Delta Airlines have gone through with a big focus on customer experience. They identified the employee groups that had the biggest impact on that experience for their passengers, and flight attendants came to the top of that list. They started equipping their flight attendants with amazing tools and new ways of serving their customers, and they are now running Dynamics AX in all their planes for 19,000 flight attendants. The second group they identified to have an impact on experiences were pilots. They equipped them with Surface devices, replaced all the manuals they had. They're saving a lot of fuel in that process, but more importantly, they are now having real-time information so they can really inform passengers in a much more effective way than they've done in the past. The third group that Delta is now looking at is the mechanics. How often have you tried to sit at a gate ready to depart and the door won't close in the plane? That's when the mechanics come on board, fix the plane, and try to get you out of the gate as quickly as possible. By arming employees with an end-to-end business solutions, they become empowered in that moment of truth when they provide amazing experiences to customers. As our social fabric and how we collaborate evolves with technology, businesses must change and adapt to meet the expectations of both employees and customers. To that end, we are excited to reveal how R3 provides a new comprehensive set of capabilities to help you engage customers, run agile operations, and expand your business. Today, we'll show you how advancements in business logic and data model with R3 can help your business move toward the future with apps, devices, and services in the cloud. These are the cornerstones of R3's new capabilities and where we are going. You'll also hear from some great organizations around the world on their first experiences with our new product.
Retail is epic. Whether you're selling big, small, specialty retail, in the high street or in the mall, or even online or on the phone. Are you providing the best possible experience for your customers? What kind of promotions are you running? Do they really feel like they can come in and get whatever they need from you? In Microsoft Dynamics AX 2012 R3, we've packed a bunch of great features in there. And also, it's about insights. Make sure you know everything about your customer so you're best equipped to provide them with that awesome experience.
Speaking of retail, they are the world's largest manufacturer of furniture, producing more than 35 million pieces every single year. With that kind of massive footprint, Ashley Furniture needed an ERP solution to truly deliver omni-channel experiences to their customers, deepen those relationships, and create amazing experiences. That helps them to design, build, stock, ship, and deliver.
We are the world's largest manufacturer of furniture. We actually produce more than 35 million pieces of furniture every single year. Success means to us engaging with the consumer in a different manner than which we do today. Our customer's female, and allowing her to find whatever product she's looking for easily, readily. We want that experience to be very quick and very delightful. That will allow us to go from $4 billion in sales annually today to $10 billion in sales by the year 2022. I think the way R3 will help us is it allows for a direct connect between AX on the back end and online experience on the front end. With R3, it brings it all together in one nice, neat package. Big data is very important for us because now that we will have that information that exists within AX, single view of the customer. We'll know if she's online, what she's doing. We'll know if she comes into our store. We'll begin to understand her habits, and her online experience will become personalized, and so will it in store. Having a single view of the customer, which is what R3 will provide us, is powerful, and that's why we're so excited to get our hands on it. The key piece for how we will run with R3 is that we intend to implement it in the cloud. And putting it in the cloud will allow us to move forward with implementing home stores at an exponential rate. No matter how many channels we come up with, how many different brands that we put out there, it's all going to be coming against a single R3 base. And that's important to us. I've worked with other companies in the past, and nothing has come close to the relationship, to the engagement they've had with Microsoft.
For companies like Ashley, there are many new AX features that help in creating amazing customer experiences. Let's take a look at some of those right now.
Dynamics AX 2012 R3 lets your customers do more with their order, including a split ship capability, streamlined and diversified purchase options, and a clienteling app for in-store pickup. Customers can now ship different parts of their order to different locations. Or they can specify in-store pickup and use a Bing map to help find the right store. And it's easy to use any combination of payment types, including gift cards, loyalty cards, or discount codes. The new clienteling app makes in-store pickup easier for the customer and store employees. The app helps connect customers to their order as soon as they walk in the building. That means your employees provide better customer service in less time, getting purchases more easily to your customers. Part of the new e-commerce features of Dynamics AX 2012 R3.
A little housekeeping here. We want you to take advantage of the interactive elements of this event. If you have questions or comments, we invite you to click the chat room tile below, as we have products experts standing by to answer your questions or provide assistance. We also invite you to share your tweets at hashtag MSDYNAX. And we prepared additional resources. You can find those on the tiles below as well. As you might imagine, there's a lot of excitement here in this building today. But no one is more excited than the two people gathered a few floors up from here. It is my pleasure to welcome the Executive Vice President of Microsoft Business Solutions, Kirill Tatarinov, and Microsoft Business Solutions Technical Fellow, Mike Ehrenberg. So Kirill, why is this such an exciting time for you?
It all starts with the product. Dynamics AX 2012 R3 is truly continuing the revolution, the dramatic change that AX 2012 brought to our customers, partners, and the world of business solutions. With AX 2012, we set to revolutionize architecture of business solutions, and R3 takes it to the next level. We're living in mobile-first and cloud-first world, and the apps that Dynamics AX 2012 R3 brings to our customers is just amazing. People are truly going to love it. Cloud. AX 2012 R3 brings the cloud deployment option on Microsoft Azure. And not only that, it is cloud deployment option connected with the lifecycle management, which is hugely important to our customers. So all that innovation wrapped together is making me truly excited about this release coming to our customers.
Mike?
I'm absolutely excited about what we're delivering with Dynamics AX 2012 R3. Kirill, you mentioned the cloud technology, and that's a major step forward for us. This is the first release of AX where we can deploy in our Microsoft Azure cloud. And this is something that adds new options for customers on top of our ability to deploy on-premises as well as in partner-hosted private clouds. The benefits of deployment in the Microsoft Azure cloud really apply to everybody, regardless of how they've chosen to deploy Dynamics AX 2012. R3 gives them the ability in the cloud to use new instances for development, for test, giving them the ability to meet their elastic needs for those functions. And maybe more importantly, we're using that same cloud technology to transform the support experience, setting up an instance in our Microsoft Cloud that can be shared by customer, by partner, and by Microsoft to get to the bottom of support issues as quickly as possible. So it's a very exciting point in time for us from a technology point of view, but it's not just about the technology. R3 delivers amazing new functionality, beginning on the retail side with a beautiful new modern point-of-sale experience, and in warehouse and transportation management functionality that ensures our customers can be incredibly efficient, delivering exactly the right product at the right time to their customers. R3's ability to help our customers delight their customers is really what we're all about, and as a result, I'm really excited about this new release.
Kirill, Mike, thank you both for joining us here today. I know you have a busy schedule, so really appreciate it.
I'm getting work done. The people behind me are getting work done. In today's world, we all know that mobility is critical for our productivity, of course, but also to run our business. With Microsoft Dynamics AX 2012 R3, we've packed a whole bunch of great mobility features into the product. What this means is you can be productive, manage your business, get insights, submit expenses, manage approvals, you name it.
On the road, the Dynamics AX mobile application lets travelers record expenses and time into the system with a Windows phone. Enter receipts on the go. File the merchant name, comments, and transaction amount. Use the phone camera to take a picture of the receipt. The entire transaction is now captured and documented in Dynamics AX, reducing lost or missing expenses. Recording timesheet entries on a Windows phone is just as simple. Create or edit a time entry by tapping a date on the phone. Use the Windows selector to enter hours and other information. Or go back and edit earlier entries.
Mobile devices have transformed the workplace. They've also become great tools for businesses and helping create better customer experiences. As I mentioned earlier, Delta Airlines have embraced a new mobile solution in flight. And it's getting rave reviews.
One of the things that is most important to me is how well we take care of our passengers. It's getting our customers where they want to go, when they want to be there, and always doing it safely.
At Delta, we fly more than 165 million customers a year on 3,500 daily flights to more than 60 countries around the world. We're connecting people to businesses, their families, and their friends. We continue to look for new opportunities to improve the travel experience for our customers and our 80,000 employees. That's why we partnered with Microsoft to develop technology innovations, the Fly Delta mobile app, Surface tablets in the cockpit, and Windows phones in the hands of our flight attendants for easy in-flight transactions.
Our old 38-pound flight bags have been replaced with Microsoft Surface devices. This allows pilots to better manage their flight by eliminating the need for paper charts, documents, and reference materials.
Reducing that 38 pounds really gets us a fuel savings of 1.2 million gallons of fuel per year. About 2,300 cars will not be driving because we're using the Surface tablet. Now that doesn't even include about 900 trees a year for all the paper we've been using to print all of our manuals.
Customers are at the center of our focus. My colleagues and I strive to ensure that our customers have a safe, comfortable, and enjoyable flight. With Windows phones and Microsoft Dynamics, we're able to process payments quickly, even while cruising at 500 miles per hour at 30,000 feet, a convenience that our passengers truly enjoy.
Our innovative use of technology and integration of Microsoft products into our fleet provides the personal service our customers expect and helps assure they can make it to their most important commitments, whether that be business, family, or friends.
Now, to provide context into your approach to enterprise business planning and creating happy customers, it is my pleasure to welcome Gartner Research Director Nigel Montgomery. He will share some insight into what the smartest people in the room are thinking. Thanks for joining us, Nigel.
Hi, Christian. It's good to be with you.
We notice as the value of ERP goes beyond operational efficiency and help organizations drive better customer interactions, what are the motivations of organizations to implement a new business application?
Okay, so the first problem is that a lot of customers think that just adding a CRM layer over the top of what they've got is somehow going to give them a miraculously new interaction model with their customer. And of course it doesn't, because realistically it's not about just the interface to the customer, it's about what information you give to them. And that means that instead of just looking at that interface to the customer, we've got to think about the whole supply network, how we are actually responding to the customer's needs. And in cases in manufacturing, for example, where maybe we've got 3 or 4 tiers back of manufacturing requirement, but we're still needing to do an availability to promise as to when the customer's going to get that, and that has to be upheld. We need much more coordination through the whole supply network. So it's tying together that end-to-end model rather than just the operational bit, and then a cost layer and an administrative ERP factor that looks at how do we make sure we're making money at the same time.
Nigel, what do you see as being critical factors of a successful ERP implementation?
One key one is understanding what it is you're actually trying to achieve in the first place. So building a proper ERP strategy with a clear understanding of what it is that we are trying to achieve, what do we expect to see out of the other end of this, what difference does it make to the business, how does it accommodate things like our growing subsidiaries in emerging markets or acquisitions that we may be going to do over the next 2 or 3 years, or so on and so on and so forth.
All right, Nigel, what's the key takeaway you want to leave us with?
An understanding actually that it's really being driven by the customer. It's really being driven by what they need and what they're going to be, how they're going to want to interact with you. And that's the fundamental difference between ERP today and maybe ERP even 5 years ago.
Nigel, thank you so much for joining us here today. Really appreciate it.
It's a great pleasure. It's good to be with you.
What's in those containers? I don't know, but you do, and you need to get them to your customers fast. With AX 2012 R3, we have packed a bunch of operations and logistics capabilities right into the product, so you can get things to your customers quickly and provide the best possible experience, because we know that that experience is nothing if it's not amazing.
Let's take a look at some examples of how R3 can help your company manage complex logistics.
Hi, I'm Dan Schuster, Senior Product Marketing Manager for Microsoft Dynamics. Today we're going to talk about a scenario where we're using the new feature in Microsoft Dynamics AX R3, demand forecasting. We're going to forecast beer sales specifically. First thing we're looking at is actually the forecast from the previous year. And essentially we see that our alcohol-free, red, not so good. IPA is actually in the green, so that's good. Our forecast last year was really good, and the pale ale could be better. One of the reasons and one of the factors we know that causes our forecast to be off with beer is the weather. So we can now take big data, look at previous year's actual weather, and we overlay the accuracy of Microsoft Dynamics AX forecast, and we can see where there's problems here, right? What you're seeing is actually when it gets warmer in the Silicon Valley area, people will actually travel to the beaches to get away from the heat. Now, they're responsible drivers driving 1 or 2 hours, and so purple here is the non-alcoholic beer. So that's why our non-alcoholic beer forecasts were off last year. So now that we have that information, we now have the demand forecasting capability, so we can actually take previous year, 2 years worth of data, use algorithms to forecast the next 2 weeks, next month, whatever it is. In this case, we did it 2 weeks because we also wanted to include the weather forecast, and we can actually come up with kind of a recommended adjustment to what Dynamics AX comes out with. And so we hope you enjoy that functionality under Microsoft Dynamics AX 2012 R3.
Kathmandu is a travel and adventure company based out of New Zealand. They are turning to R3 to help customers prepare for a climb to the clouds and to help get their business there as well.
Kathmandu's an adventure and travel brand based in New Zealand and Australia and the UK. We've got about 140 stores in those 3 countries. We're a brand which effectively resonates with people who love the outdoors. So the more stuff we make that actually people want to wear, people want to use, the more successful we are. It's really important to put your product to the customer at the right place and the right time. So management of our stock, management of our inventory, getting it across all of our retail network, that's always a challenge. It's very obvious that R3 and Microsoft Dynamics are very focused on enhancing the customer experience, recognizing as a customer walks in the door that if we haven't got it there, we'll find it for you somewhere else. Because otherwise we're going to have a lot of people walk in the door, walk out the door, not getting what they want. You're also basically creating a one-on-one relationship with a customer that technology enables you to do that just wasn't so simple. Kathmandu's got a Summit Club loyalty program that has over 1 million active members. They're customers that buy from us every year across the 3 countries. We need to be able to segment those customers and basically work out who wants what product for what reason is really critical to us. We've got the ability to sell into other markets using Microsoft's technologies where the brand is not currently exposed. So we need a platform that can support us in doing that across any country that we work into. We really chose Microsoft because of their affinity and understanding of the front-facing customer-consumer end of the business. The Microsoft partnership enables us to support our customers the way we want to help service them.
What comes in must go out. You've built it, you're trying to get it shipped. You're managing your warehouse. With WMS in Microsoft Dynamics AX 2012 R3, we've given you some fantastic tools to help you do just that. Have more control over your picking and your packing. Put together orders. They're going to make your customers super happy.
A bicycle with fat tires was the mode of transportation for the founder of New Belgium Brewing Company as he toured the Belgian villages famous for beer 25 years ago. From that first inspiration, New Belgium Brewing is now a thriving beverage company.
When I moved out to Colorado almost 20 years ago, the microbrew craze was just out. I thought fat tire was flat tire the first time. I was like, flat tire? Why are they calling it flat tire? I'm Pete Corso. I'm the inventory specialist. I've been with New Belgium for 13 years.
My name is Scott DeRocher. I work out at the reservoir or the warehouse and receive cardboard, bottles, cans, labels, hops, raw cans, kegs, all that good stuff.
We're a fairly young company, so when I got into the inventory position, it was pretty primal. Everything was done on paper. Now, everything is on the computer. Everything's a lot more streamlined. We're trying to get a lot more pull-through in our rows, trying to recapture space where we can, and AX has really helped us out with that.
Oh, wow. The more that I have gained knowledge with AX, it's really organized well, and the more that I understand it, it just makes more sense.
The system works exactly the way we set it up. We're kind of like specialists. We know how to do everything all the way through.
Everybody shares responsibility. I'm just so proud to be a part of it all. It's a non-stop process, and it's really quick, fast-paced, and I really enjoy it. I like working with my hands. I like getting dirty. I feel like I'm getting pretty proficient on a forklift, despite what Corsa will say. We're the first and last to touch most things. And the hard work that the men and women put up out here is absolutely a huge part of the business. I think people are inspired by random acts of ownership. It's contagious.
I think staying true to our core values and beliefs is important to every employee owner at New Belgium. We want to be industry leaders. We want to be innovative, a little different. We want to interact with the community, and I think we do a great job at it.
I feel like this company is something new. This is something revolutionary. Not only do we create something so delicious and so fine, but we're trying to surpass, our customers' expectations. I just really want all of our fans to know how much we love them, for sure, because they make it all possible.
If I had to be a beer, it would have to be Abbey. It's got sweet flavor and nice esters to it. Just a full, rounded beer. What I like to think of myself as, full and rounded.
If I was a beer, I would definitely be Shift. I'm a shift worker. I like to consider myself a hard-working man, and I like to enjoy my shift beer once it's all done and over with. I feel like I'm a part of something that's really big and something that's inspiring.
We try to put our love into everything we do. And if you don't love your job, you should probably find something that will make you happy, because life's too short to do something you don't want to do.
We don't just want you to take our word on delivering amazing customer experiences. I am super excited to have New York Times best-selling author and Chief Amazement Officer at Shepherd Presentations, Shep Hyken, here to speak to us today about how to create amazing customer experiences. Shep, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Christian. I'm really excited about what you and your team are doing with business solutions.
Just what is the amazement revolution?
What a great question. For me, it's everything. My mission is to help companies create amazing experiences. Customer experience is often thought of as customer service or sales and marketing, and those are parts of the puzzle. It's the outside-in elements. The amazement revolution is really about turning it inside out, making customer experiences the heart and soul of every organization and how they operate. At the end of the day, it's what you offer, how you sell it, and service it that has the biggest impact on how customers perceive your organization. You don't want to be the next Borders Books or Pan Am or CompuServe.
Tell us why that is so important.
Customers expect it. Companies have to deliver it. I love the example that you gave about Delta Airlines. It's great to see that they're reinventing themselves. Richard Anderson has it right. He's looking at all the parts of their business, especially the ones that impact the experience of the passenger, and putting all of those first. If you don't deliver well in today's social world, a lot of people are going to find out really quickly. Plus, not doing this is a huge mess from a competitive differentiation standpoint.
That is so important. And I know your philosophy is that customer service isn't just something that happens on the front lines of customer support.
That's right. Good companies know that to become great, they have to put their customers not just front, but also center. It's not just about the front line. Customer service, sales, and marketing are often thought of as where the experience actually happens, but really, it's much more than that. It goes behind the scenes. The most amazing sales, marketing, and customer support in the world would mean nothing to a terrible product that never gets used.
So tell us more about these moments of magic and how anyone in operations can make or break a company's ability to deliver amazing customer experiences.
Yeah, moments of magic rely on all the actions and decisions of an organization. It's the behind-the-scenes story. There's manufacturing, there's shop floor distribution, fulfillment. All of these things deeply affect the customer. It's a human chain that all have the power to do the right thing for the customer. You know, we'll take a camera, for example. You know, a customer spends a lot of money and wants it to be perfect, and that product has to be built, picked, packed, and put into an attractive package with some great accessories. And then the customer buys it, they choose shipping options. Basically, every step of this process impacts the customer experience. Companies need to equip their employees to impact the customer experience at each step of this journey. And the first step is to perform what I call, and what others call, a customer journey map of the organization, just to identify the gaps.
So, Shep, how do you see AX 2012 R3 supporting this?
ERP, Enterprise Resource Planning, was all about optimizing your resources. Really, R3 goes beyond ERP. It's more about amazing customer experience planning, also known as ACE planning versus ERP. Now, feel free to use those acronyms. You know, it's a trifecta of amazing customer experience. First, it's all about you, your business, and your uniqueness, your secret sauce, if you will. You always have to make the space to focus on what made you great in the first place. Second is that management must empower their employees to take ownership of how they all impact the customer experience. And the third part, I really feel, is where Microsoft Dynamics AX 2012 R3 comes in. It's the technology fabric that brings all of these parts of the business together. It connects all of the technology and people together and frees up people's time to focus on creating the best possible experiences for the customer. What got us to here won't get us to there. R3 really helps with that next step.
Thanks, Shep. This has been fantastic. You go and stay amazing.
It's been great being here today. Thank you so much. I've really enjoyed discussing this with you.
Planes, trains, and automobiles. You make it, you got to get it to the customer. Transportation is a critical part of the puzzle. And with AX 2012 R3, we've got TMS loaded in there for you, baby. And it's all about transportation.
You may have seen our next customer featured in the hotly contested global sport of F1 or in the latest Microsoft ads. That's right, this team operates at high speeds both on the track and in their business. Lotus F1 team's partnership with AX is fueling the very core of their transformation to a winning team.
For the Lotus F1 team, winning means reinventing a 22,000-part high-performance race car every 2 weeks and shipping it to 19 races around the world, which means transforming data into action fast. In a global, highly mobile sport with ever-changing conditions, unlocking insights is critical to get from innovation in the factory to victories on the racetrack. Using the Microsoft Cloud and Dynamics AX, the Lotus F1 team has the power to transform mountains of data into meaningful insights that win races.
And the role that software plays at Lotus, it's a very big role. It's in a lot of different departments. It's very heavily involved in our planning. And then our transition from design to production's also got to be very slick, and then that's handled in software. That really plays a huge role, you know, being efficient there and getting as many concepts as we can through to the track quickly is really key to what we can deliver on track. If we can be efficient and develop faster than the other teams, then, you know, we're going to be better at the end of the year and take the reward for it.
In the world of F1, teamwork is essential. The Lotus F1 team uses Office 365 and Microsoft Lync to connect the team across constantly shifting locations around the world. With Dynamics AX and Windows Azure, the team can manage and plan resourcing from concept through manufacturing and ultimately right down to the track. By adding Microsoft SQL Server to the mix, the Lotus F1 team is able to process the data and uncover those all-important insights. And do it all on a foundation of Microsoft Surface devices and Windows phones. This cloud turns data into victory. This is the Microsoft Cloud.
Whether you are at 35,000 feet or on the ground, R3's mobility features are pretty impressive. Our new app framework for developers gives them everything they need to build successful apps. And combine that with the ability to create private marketplaces, and you have the recipe for a successful strategy with modern apps in your organization.
That's right, the whole world's gone mobile. Pepijn, what are we doing in mobile, and why will all of our lovely people watching today want to hear about it?
So we help people on the go to work from these devices and organizations to develop, distribute and use mobile applications on these devices.
Fantastic. Let's go ahead and dive in. So what we've got here in the on-the-go section in the top left, this rather innocuous little company portal tile, which is actually something that's really cool, and it's a private marketplace for this company. Let's go ahead and have a look at this private marketplace. Tell me about that.
So this is Windows Intune, a way for companies to publish their custom-built apps. And you can see this company has built 3 apps. So let's install Transportation Management.
Wow, that easy to install a business application?
So you can see it's actually installing it right now. We are using Windows Intune for this as a private marketplace. So you can see that the app installed.
Driver Companion there on the left.
So this is a concept app, a reference app as we call it, that we developed just to showcase how quick it is to develop apps against Microsoft Dynamics AX.
But the point being is that any company can develop their own apps within this framework to create for their specific needs.
Yes, and more importantly, the modern app framework, as we call it, has a few components. The first component is actually getting the information in and out of Dynamics AX through the Web Services Framework and Azure. We use the Service Bus for that. And what you can see here in this Driver Companion app is that it actually pulled routes from the new transportation management modules from AX into this Drivers app. So you can see 4 delivery addresses, and they are visualized here in this standard component of Bing.
Excellent.
So we go to the first drop-off. Again, this developer used a standard component, Bing Maps, to visualize the first drop-off address. And what the driver can do is actually zoom in to the location itself and can actually inspect the physical environment of the first delivery address right from the app. So the other way we use standard Bing components is the route optimizer. And you can see it took the first 2 drop-off addresses and planned the route for this driver. Let's take another look at how we can use this device when we deliver the goods to the customer. The customer can actually sign for receipt with this standard signature component and can capture the happy customer on the camera if they want to. And now we can capture this one and submit that back into the business application.
So we can't accept the delivery without a signature, and in the future maybe without a photo as well.
Job well done.
Okay, so we're back at the start screen here, Pepijn, and I'm seeing these icons on the go, the approvals, timesheet, expenses apps. These are all available through the Windows Store with Microsoft Dynamics AX 2012 R3. And we've also got this one at the bottom, this machine operator one. That's in the store as well?
Yeah, that one is new. And what you see here is that the shop floor worker has an overview of all the jobs that they need to work on, right from their device. The devices are touch enabled, so we can see these jobs. We can view the details of these jobs. We can now start this job, and then we can report progress on each of these jobs.
Wow, so what we're seeing here is we're seeing the power of ERP surfaced up in a really consumer-friendly device. I love how we've been working so hard to democratize the power of technology for all the roles in an organization, including that critical role on the shop floor itself.
And it's so easy to use. User adoption should not be an issue anymore.
Excellent. Thanks. Back to you, Christian.
We're getting close to wrapping, but before we do want you to hear from the person who in last part was responsible for creating R3. He's the Corporate Vice President of Dynamics ERP Research and Development, Hal Howard.
Christian, it's great to be here today with all of our customers online, and we're really happy to be introducing R3 today.
Hal, there's a lot of CIOs and business decision makers watching from across the globe as we speak. What do you want them to know about R3?
With the delivery of R3, we really are focused on letting our customers deliver amazing customer experiences to their customers across whatever business they're in. So whether they're a retailer or a manufacturer or distributor, a services company, a public sector organization, we really want them to be able to deliver amazing experiences to their customers in all environments. And particularly, we're happy with the ability now in R3 to deliver the solution end-to-end on the cloud. So the work we're doing around R3 on Azure really is enabling that in a big way.
So that's everything from supply chain management to business intelligence, right?
You're right, Christian. With AX, we're delivering not only comprehensive business intelligence solutions that include Power View and the Power BI work that the SQL team has delivered, and all of the out-of-the-box reports and KPIs for businesses across a variety of industries, but we've really gone deep in the supply chain area as well. So supply chain has gotten major enhancements in warehouse management, major enhancements in transportation management, major enhancements across the board in that level of capability. So we're really happy with those functions in R3.
So I know you've been doing a lot of work on the interface.
We've delivered a number of amazing new experiences along with R3. Obviously, we've been working on device experiences throughout the R3 journey, and we continue to update those device experiences from new BI apps with Business Analyzer, new work that we've done around timesheets and expense and approvals, and the new warehouse apps, and the new manufacturing shop floor apps, the new transportation apps, a really wide variety of device experience. In addition to those device experiences, we've also made the experience of implementing AX and maintaining your system so much easier compared to previous generations of any product. So the lifecycle services work we've done to really, from the time you start on your journey to business transformation with AX to the time you finish and you're maintaining your solution online, really provides a comprehensive set of tools surrounding R3, which we're updating continuously with new best practices and new work in that model. So that's really, in a nutshell, all of the capabilities we're delivering with R3. We hope you enjoy as much as we've enjoyed building it.
Hal, thank you so much for joining us here today. We really appreciate it, and I know the entire audience does as well.
Some people will try and tell you that the cloud is important. Don't listen to them. Listen to me. The cloud is super important. And that's why with AX 2012 R3, we are taking it to the cloud. You got it on Azure, including, but not limited to, lifecycle services to help you deploy and manage your entire lifecycle of Microsoft Dynamics AX. And in fact, because it's in the cloud, you can also involve your partners to help manage that deployment, all from that same cloud instance. So, time to check it out.
Microsoft Dynamics Lifecycle Services lets you define, develop, and operate your Microsoft Dynamics AX 2012 implementations more efficiently and achieve business value fast. Start with Business Process Modeler and define the ultimate business process models for your organization. Pick best practices from Microsoft Dynamics AX 2012 or customize the processes to fit your unique requirements. Use the Microsoft Azure Deployment Portal in Lifecycle Services to automatically spin up a test environment and start developing your ideal solution, saving you time and resources. Once your environments are up and running, Lifecycle Services helps you operate them by proactively monitoring the health of your system. If a problem should come up, Issue Search lets you search Microsoft's database to find and review solutions. See the code changes before you even implement them, and download the solution directly from the cloud. Or take it further with our reimagined support experience powered by the cloud. When you log an issue, a VM based on your system's configuration is automatically spun up for you to collaborate with Microsoft support to resolve your issue. You can diagnose and test the solution on the same VM Microsoft's engineers do. This unique collaboration helps reduce time to resolution. Let Lifecycle Services help you define, develop, and operate your Microsoft Dynamics AX 2012 implementations to repeatable, predictable success and gain business value fast.
It is time to wrap up today's online event. We want to end where we began, with the focus on delivering amazing customer experiences. Creating happy customers is what it's all about, and Microsoft Dynamics AX 2012 R3 is here to help you engage customers on their terms, run agile operations, and expand your business. We'd like to leave you with a few key takeaways. We invite you to download the fantastic book from Shep Hyken, Amaze Every Customer Every Time, which is all about creating amazing customer experiences. We have a fact sheet that explains to you all of the great new capabilities of R3. Download it right now. And don't forget to engage a partner to start transformation in your business. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to join us here today. Until we meet again, I'm Christian Petersen. I'm logging off. Thank you.
Having a single view of the customer is powerful, and that's why we're so excited to get our hands on it.
We want innovation. We want to constantly keep pushing that envelope. To do more with less.
Creating a one-on-one relationship with a customer.
Enabling the integration of data across multiple systems and platforms to be easier.
The demand that we see with our customers is incredibly high. They can't wait to get their hands on it.
Nothing else out there came close to what Microsoft can offer.